Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today, we're going to be looking at something that I think a lot of people kind of overlook, the power of referrals for your Shopify store. And this deep dive is powered by Growth Suite, by the way. It helps you run, smart discount campaigns on your Shopify store. Test it for free on the Shopify App Store. Just search for it and you can give it a try. But so back to referrals. We found some research here that suggests that a lot of stores are missing a really big opportunity by not really leveraging their existing customer base.
Yeah, it's really interesting. There's so much emphasis on getting new customers. When your existing customers, the ones who are already happy, they're like, a gold mine, just waiting to be, tapped into.
Yeah, it's so true. I feel like everyone's always chasing those new leads, new leads, new leads.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's unpack this. Why are referrals so powerful?
Well, I think it comes down to trust, really. When you think about it, when you're thinking of trying something new, what do you trust more? A fancy ad or a recommendation from a friend who's actually used the product?
Honestly, a friend's recommendation, way more.
Yeah.
It just has, that credibility.
Exactly. And there's actually a psychological reason for that. We're wired to trust people we know,
Right.
people we respect, especially when it comes to trying new products or services. Social proof, it's called. And it's a fundamental, principle of persuasion.
So there's actual science behind why word of mouth is so effective. That's really interesting. But how influential is it, really?
Oh, incredibly. I mean, one study even found that, 92% of consumers, they trust recommendations from their friends and family, above all other forms of advertising. That's huge.
92%. Wow. Okay, that puts it into perspective. So we're
Yeah.
talking about a ton of potential customers just waiting for their friend to tell them to check it out.
Exactly. It's like having this built-in marketing force. They're ready to just spread the word about your brand.
This is all starting to make a lot of sense, but
Yeah.
let's get practical for a sec. How do we actually turn our satisfied customers into these enthusiastic referrers?
Well, that's where a really good referral program comes in. And a key part of any successful program is having a way to measure customer satisfaction. That way you can find your happiest customers, the ones who are most likely to become those valuable advocates.
Okay, so we need a way to gauge how happy our customers are.
Exactly. And one of the best tools for that is the Net Promoter Score, or NPS.
Okay, NPS, yeah. I definitely heard of NPS, but honestly, I need a refresher. Could you break that down for us?
Of course. So the NPS is based on one simple question, basically. On a scale of 0 to 10, how likely are you to recommend, your company name to a friend or colleague?
Mm.
And then you take the responses and you put them into three groups. Promoters, those are the people who score a 9 or a 10. Passives, a 7 or an 8. And detractors, those are the 0 to 6 folks.
Gotcha. So it's about seeing how willing they are to, spread the word. But how do we actually use those scores to target our referral efforts?
Oh, well, that's where it gets really interesting. You don't just look at your overall NPS score. You use it to segment your customers. So, for example, you can create an email campaign just for your promoters, offering them some kind of exclusive incentive to join your referral program.
Right. Okay. So it's like focusing your efforts on the people who are already, ready to sing your praises.
Exactly. And here's the even more strategic part. You can analyze the feedback from your detractors too, see why they're not as likely to recommend you. And then you can use that to address any, underlying issues that might be impacting their experience.
So it's not just about finding your biggest fans. It's also about using NPS data to find areas where you can improve.
Exactly. It's all about making the experience better for all your customers. And that leads to more happy customers and more customers who want to spread the word.
Wow, I'm seeing how powerful this can be. But let's get specific here. How do we design a referral program that actually works? What are the key ingredients?
Well, one of the most important things is offering really good incentives, both for the referrer and the new customer. Think about what would really motivate your target audience. Discounts, free products, early access to new stuff, maybe even personalized experiences.
Yeah, so it's about finding those sweet spots, rewards that are valuable, but that also align with our brand.
Absolutely. And don't forget about simplicity. Make your referral program easy to understand, easy to participate in. People are way more likely to engage if it's straightforward,
Oh,
and rewarding.
right. Nobody wants to jump through hoops to get their reward.
Yeah.
But managing all of this can feel kind of overwhelming, to be honest. Are there tools that can help, you know, streamline the process?
Oh, for sure. That's where referral program software comes in. There are platforms designed specifically for this to help you create, manage, and track your referral program. They automate a lot of the tasks involved.
So it's like having a virtual assistant, but just for my referral program.
Exactly. And speaking of tools, Growth Suite is a great option for Shopify stores. It offers a lot of features that can really help you, streamline those referral marketing efforts.
Right. That brings us back to Growth Suite. You mentioned earlier it can help with running like smart discount campaigns. Can you tell us a little more about how that works?
Yeah.
How it ties into a referral program?
Absolutely. Growth Suite lets you create targeted discounts, specifically for your referral program. So, for example, you can offer a unique discount code to any new customer who's referred by a friend, which incentivizes them to make their first purchase, right? And at the same time, you reward the referrer with a discount on their next purchase. So it's a win-win.
I like that. A double incentive encourages both people to participate. That's really smart.
Yeah, and the best part is Growth Suite does all the tracking and automation for you. You don't have to manually keep track of who referred who or worry about getting those rewards out.
That sounds like it will save me a ton of time.
Mm.
And then I can focus on creating a really good referral program and creating those great customer experiences, which lead to more referrals.
Exactly. It's about creating a system that runs smoothly in the background so you can focus on building those strong relationships with your customers.
I'm with you. This is all making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we've got the why behind referrals, the importance of measuring how happy your customers are with tools like NPS, and the key elements of a good referral program. But I want to dive a little deeper into those incentives. Like, what are some really creative and effective reward ideas? Ones that have been proven to, work well.
Well, one popular approach is offering tiered rewards, where customers unlock more and more valuable incentives as they refer more people. It motivates those really enthusiastic customers to become even more active advocates.
So it's like gamifying the referral process.
Hmm.
Gives people a goal to shoot for. Okay, cool. What are some other types of rewards that work well?
It really depends, honestly. It depends on your target audience, the kind of products you're selling. If you're selling experience-based products, maybe your customers would be motivated by donating to a charity in their name for each referral they make. Or if you're selling fitness products, maybe they'd want a free month of online fitness classes.
Those are great examples. It's all about making sure the rewards fit with your brand and your customers' interests.
Exactly. And don't underestimate social recognition, like featuring your top refers on your website or social media. It's a great way to show them you appreciate them, and encourage other people to participate.
Right. People love being recognized. It makes them feel like they're part of something.
It's about creating a community,
Yeah.
around your brand, where your customers feel valued and appreciated for what they do.
This has been really insightful. We've covered a lot, but I feel like there's so much more to explore.
Oh, absolutely. We've only just scratched the surface, really.
Let's keep this deep dive going and continue exploring this whole world of referrals.
There's a whole universe of strategies and tactics out there, yeah. And the cool thing about referral marketing is it's always changing.
Yeah, my brain is like buzzing with ideas right now. But before we go too far, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier about the psychology behind referrals. We talked about social proof, but I'm curious to dig into that a bit more. Why is it so powerful?
Well, it's really deep down in our human nature, right? We're social creatures,
Hmm.
and we're always looking to other people for guidance, especially when we're making decisions. It's like a shortcut for our brains. Instead of doing all that research ourselves for every single option, we just rely on other people's experiences, their opinions, to help us figure things out.
That makes sense. Like we're programmed to trust the wisdom of the crowd. But is there a specific type of social proof that's extra effective for referrals? I mean,
Oh, absolutely. It's called friend-to-friend social proof. The idea is that we're way more likely to trust a recommendation if it comes from someone we know, even if it's just a friend of a friend, like a chain of trust, spreading out from our inner circle.
so it's not just about our closest friends telling us to buy something. It's also about their network too.
Exactly. And this is where social media gets really powerful. When someone shares a good experience with your brand online, it's not just their followers who see it, it's their followers' friends and so on, like a ripple effect. That can reach a huge audience.
I love that image, those ripples of influence. Okay, but let's switch gears for a sec. Let's talk about the practical stuff, like setting up a referral program. We know we need incentives, but where do we even begin?
The first thing is to just put yourself in your customer's shoes. Ask
Yeah.
yourself, what would actually make me want to refer a friend? What do my customers really value? And then tailor your rewards to that.
So it's not about generic discounts. It's about creating incentives that really resonate with my audience.
Exactly. Like if you're selling eco-friendly products, maybe your customers would like it if you donated to an environmental charity for every referral. Or if you're selling fitness stuff, maybe they'd want a free month of online classes.
Those are great examples. It's all about aligning those rewards with your market's values and interests.
Right. And remember, the rewards don't always have to be about money. Sometimes the best incentives are experiential or emotional.
Oh, interesting. What do you mean by that?
Think about like exclusivity, being part of a special group. You could offer early access to new products, or invitations to events, or even the chance to give feedback on future products. These kinds of rewards tap into something deeper, they build loyalty.
I see. It's about making your customers feel like VIPs, not just another sale.
Exactly. And speaking of making things feel special, Growth Suite has this awesome feature that can add a lot of personalization to your referral program.
Oh, tell me more.
Ah.
How does Growth Suite do that?
Well, it lets you create unique referral codes for each customer. So instead of having one generic card, everyone gets their own code to share with their friends.
I love that. Makes it feel way more exclusive.
Absolutely. And it helps you track referrals better, too. You can see who's bringing in the most new business and reward them accordingly.
Right, I can see how that kind of tracking would be really helpful. Okay, so let's talk about promotion. Once we've got our program set up, how do we get the word out?
Oh, there are so many creative ways to do that. Don't just stick to one channel. Think about where your customers are already hanging out and promote it there.
Okay, so a multi-channel approach. Where should we start?
Email marketing is always a good bet. Send targeted messages to your most loyal customers. Invite them to join the program and share it with their friends.
Right, because they're the ones who are most likely to, you know, become those advocates. What other channels should we think about?
Social media, for sure. Create posts, stories, maybe even contests to get people talking about your program. Use visuals, write catchy copy, make it easy to share for.
So it's about making it shareable and eye-catching. What about our website?
Definitely. Make a dedicated landing page for your program. Clearly explain the benefits for both the referrer and the new customer. Make it easy to find and understand.
Gotcha. So visibility is key. We want people to find the program easily.
Exactly. And don't forget about offline promotion, too. Put information about your referral program on your packaging slips, receipts, even in-store signage.
So integrated everywhere, basically.
Yep. The more visible it is, the more people will join.
This is giving me so many ideas. I'm curious, have you seen any, really creative approaches to referral marketing? Anything that really stood out to you?
Oh, for sure. One brand I really like, they partnered with a local charity, and they pledged to donate a certain amount for each referral. Win-win-win.
That's amazing. Supports a good cause, incentivizes referrals. Really smart.
Exactly. It's all about thinking outside the box, finding something unique that your audience will love.
I love that. So it's about being creative to make your program stand out.
Yes. And remember, it's all about creating a positive experience for everyone involved.
Right. We've talked a lot about the benefits for businesses, but what about the customers? Why should they care about referral programs?
That's a great point. It's important to remember that a good referral program isn't just about helping the business. It's about creating a relationship where both the business and the customer benefit.
I like that. A win-win for everyone.
Yeah.
So what are some specific benefits for customers when they participate in these programs?
Well, besides the obvious rewards, it gives them a chance to share things they love with their friends and family, products and services they think are great. It's like being a helpful friend.
Yeah, it's like that natural instinct we have to share things we're excited about.
Exactly. And it lets them be seen as like trendsetters, the people who discover the cool new stuff first.
So it's not just about getting a discount, it's about being part of something exclusive.
Right. And for a lot of people, it's about supporting brands they believe in, showing their loyalty, helping a company they admire succeed.
Those are all really great points. It really reinforces the idea that referral marketing is about building relationships, not just, trying to get more sales.
Exactly. It's about building a community of people who are passionate about your brand and want to share that with others.
This has been awesome. I feel like I have a whole new understanding of referrals now.
Yeah, we've covered a lot, but there's always more to learn in the world of referral marketing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to talk about Growth Suite one last time. Could you give us a quick recap? Why is it such a good tool for Shopify businesses, especially the ones who want to start a referral program?
It really is, yeah. Growth Suite is like it's like a Swiss Army knife for referral marketing on Shopify. It makes the whole process so much simpler,
Mhm.
from setting it up to tracking your results to rewarding people.
So it handles all the hard stuff, basically.
Well, exactly. It automates all those tasks that would take you forever to do manually, like creating those unique referral links, tracking conversions, making sure the rewards get sent out. That way you can focus on the important stuff, like writing good messaging and making sure your incentives are really motivating.
Yeah, that sounds like a lifesaver. For any Shopify store owner who's already busy.
It really is. And it integrates right into Shopify. So you can manage everything from one place. It's super easy to use too.
Okay, I'm convinced. Growth Suite sounds like a must-have. If you're a Shopify business and you want to use referrals,
I totally agree. It's a game changer for anyone who wants to use word of mouth marketing and grow their customer base organically.
I'm feeling so inspired right now,
Oh,
ready to put all these strategies into action. But before we wrap things up, I have one last question, and might be the most important one.
okay. I'm listening.
We've talked about incentives, psychology, software. But what's the real secret to success? What makes a referral program truly great?
That's a great question. If I had to pick just one thing, I'd say it's authenticity.
Authenticity. Interesting. Can you say more about that?
Of course. Basically, a good referral program is all about creating a real connection between your brand and your customers. You want people to trust you, to share your values, so they're genuinely excited to recommend you to their friends.
So it's not just about making sales, it's about building relationships, creating a community.
Exactly. It's about making the experience so good, so memorable, that people can't help but tell their friends about it.
I love that. It's about that human connection, right? That urge to share things we're passionate about.
Exactly. And when you have that authentic connection, your referral program becomes more than just marketing. It becomes a part of who you are as a brand.
This has been such an amazing conversation. I feel like I've learned so much about referrals.
It's been my pleasure.
And to everyone listening, thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the power of referrals. We hope you've learned a lot and that you're ready to unlock the potential of this incredible marketing channel.
And don't forget, if you're looking for a tool to help you create and manage a successful referral program, check out Growth Suite. It's a game changer for Shopify businesses, and you can try it for free on the Shopify App Store.
And that's it for this deep dive, brought to you by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you to run smart discount campaigns on your store. Test it for free on your Shopify store. Just head over to the Shopify App Store and give it a try. Thanks for listening.